Peace and power. Come on in. I am back. Um, I'm back for a minute. I just came here to visit with you all. I have to finish retouching my hair. I'm almost done. Been a long road. So I'm here to touch on some points. Have a lovely conversation with my mentor, as always, and I'm gonna process that convo and keep it going. Keep it going. So, um, I want to talk about the Botham Jean situation. I want us to stay aware and being conscious of the fact that this could be a psyop. If you want to know if a story is true, that it's being regurgitated and made a big deal over and over again, you want to first go to the state's website or type in the state that it happened in and check and see if there are any ads that were put out prior to the incident for crisis actors. This is 2019. If you don't know that they hire crisis actors and this is public information, you got to be more careful. Some of these events are created to harvest your emotions, to keep you in a low vibration. So you want to make sure that what you're feeling um, adamant about or what you're feeling strongly about is actually real. Outside of that, it could just be stringing you along. Also, the young man that witnessed the trial, now they're saying he was gunned down by people in a drug deal going bad. How many times is this the narrative that's being used? Nobody, and I repeat, nobody is paying attention. Anytime it's you, it has to be connected with drugs. Nobody is in a drug deal gone bad and decides to murder somebody execution style. This is a family man. And for me, if I was in being witness for a high profile trial, I would have moved. I don't know like what state we are in where we're so comfortable that we can be receiving death threats and won't move. Just sit there and wait. Even the young lady, look for my stuff. Yeah, hold on. I'm sorry. Oh, even the young lady who was a witness, stated that she had been receiving death threats. It's sad. It's sad. And that's the state we in. I want to shout out to all of the October um solar returns. Shout out to you all. I hope you enjoy the return of your planets during your birth month. Um, I hope that you have grown. Nobody on this planet should be doing the same thing from their start to their finish when it comes to growing and working on self. So that's what we gotta stay in tune with. Now, also speaking on that, October is the month where the veil, which is what separates us from the spirit world, the veil is most thin in October. So if you have any loved ones that had unfinished business while they were here in the physical, they may be trying to contact you. If you have any questions that you might want to ask your ancestors, this will also be a good month to do so. Um, if you have any ancestors that you feel might be stuck in limbo, you want to start doing the work so that they can transition properly and not hold them here because you wouldn't want to be stuck either. For me, this month has been very active, like very active. I feel like once my grandmother passed on, what she ignited in me was my dreaming. I've been dreaming and dreaming and dreaming nonstop. I can't even begin to tell you what all this dreaming is about. So I pulled back out my dream book and I just write it all down. What else can you do if you don't understand it? A few of them I understand, but this is my dream book and also my recipe book, my ideas sometimes. But I write down the dreams. I had I have plenty of them in my phone as well. But this month has been very active dream wise for me. So pay attention to what you have going on this month. There might be spirits trying to connect, might be loved ones trying to communicate, might be some important information that you may need from your loved ones. So you want to be in tune this month with what October is really a fan of. And this is why the Mexicans celebrate the Day of the Dead. They honor their ancestors and communicate with their ancestors in October. So, want to be aware of that. What else has been happening? We not dare talk about the president. I think people are too emotional. Um, this is a man, just like all the other presidents, that is clearly out of tune with what's going on around him mentally. But I want you to go through and see what laws have been passed since this president has been in office and how those laws are prevalent to you and your bloodlines. Then I want you to take a step back and go look at the laws that Obama passed. And you tell me who's who. We got to stop being reactive emotionally. It just, it's time out for that. We don't have any more time to be emotional. I think we have become, oh, I'm looking at my sunflowers like, what happened? We have been prone to being emotionally retarded. If you can understand that, we're too empathetic. Us as women, us as a people, too empathetic. This is not time for that. What's really going on right now, to get a little deeper, is you're in the middle, smack dab in the middle of a spiritual warfare. Some people are being used as bodies. You need to look around. If people are acting different, seeming different, 9 times out of 10, they've encountered something that changed them. And I'm not talking about people that work on themselves because everybody ain't working on themselves. But just remember that some people are empty seaters. What was talked about this week by a couple of the people that I subscribe to their channel is that we have to keep in mind that every seed that's being born is not a star seed. We have some demonic forces that are residing in people and creating more demonic forces. You can tell in how they are raising their children. You can tell in how they deal with their children. You can tell care versus abuse. So just be paying attention. This is where I think I'm taking this channel. I had been thinking about it. I don't think that I want to give up 100% the current events because everything is relevant. Everything matters. So every now and then, I'm gonna venture into some of these Matrix stories and really paying attention to what's going on. Now, I'm trying to debate. Y'all see, looking. I got the stove on, so I really need to get up, and I can't get up on camera. So, I think I'm gonna have to pause the video. This will give me an opportunity to refresh my water as well. So, if you will just hold on, I gotta go get me some water and turn the stove off, so y'all won't see things going up in flames around here. Oh, y'all see that pine? I should have been boiling that pine. That's the pine I found on my first hike in Georgia. And I intend, this being the fall, I intend on hiking where I am. Hopefully, I can find me a hiking partner. I'm just not a going to the woods alone type of person. But then again, I've been doing a lot of stuff I've never done lately. So maybe I need to be alone. Because there was a point in the hike where I said to myself, wish I was in here alone. I would sit down and meditate. But I like the company as well. And I'm glad I'm home because I got me a walking stick because I didn't have a stick, which would have made me feel a little more comfortable. That's neither here nor there. That's just me ranting. So again, hold on, I'm gonna cover the screen so I can get up. Oh no. Only me. Hold on. I wish I could play out some music. If you play music, they'll flag the whole video. Hold up. Gotta turn this stove off. Okay, I'm back. Now, another thing. I dare not do a video without speaking about the matriarch of my family. And I'm not going to say her name because y'all are a tad bit nosy. But you saw the obituary, you know her name. My grandmother. I dreamed about her, and nothing can compare at how beautiful she was in my dream. She was so beautiful. I was just staring and smiling. And I forgot to ask questions, which is pay attention to your dreams. And if you can, go into the dream world intentionally. Ask questions. Be very observant. These dreams aren't happening for no reason. And you just never know what your ancestors could be trying to tell you. I don't know why I'm breathing so hard. Maybe because I just ate. But I'm like, whoa, wow. I spent my whole day outside potting them goddamn on plants. And me, as a plant owner, if I repot one plant and I know two need to be repotted, then I'm just gonna do all of them, just to be fair. Because I don't want one set of plants thinking I love them more than the other. I have inside plants and out. And my outside plants, they were suffering. I bought little bitty plants. And then about this tall, my first flower pot of these plants that are outside. And now they're in big, gigantic pots. And if you don't keep repotting them or eventually get outside plants into the ground, you look up and they'll be gone. And I don't want them to be gone. So I moved in a part of Texas where we had a freaking ice storm when we first moved here. So I'm hoping there's no ice storm coming this time. I want to get those plants in the ground because that's what they deserve to be. They don't deserve to be in pots where their roots are being packed into a certain space. They want to connect with the vibration of the earth, just like I do when I go out there and lay on the ground. So yeah, that's what my day was like. And Granny, I had a plant that I got. My uncle bought a bunch of plants for her funeral because she loved plants. And so those who want one got one of those plants. And so I want to repot that plant too because it had started dying, probably because I hadn't watered it. Um, but more so, I went out there, repotted it, gave it some good old food, Epsom salt, and just watered out my plants and fed them all because we're going into the fall. If you have plants, it's good to feed them at least twice a year. If you buy dirt with feed in it, it usually lasts anywhere from 3 to 6 months. And 6 months is a push, you know. You want to keep those plants alive. Make sure that the topsoil is loose. You don't want it settled and packed on in. Even though a good Pethos, PCHOS, that type of plant can survive hell. You know, the ones that grow and they're like a vine and they keep growing. Those. But that doesn't give you the right to mistreat them. Make sure the topsoil is loose. You want to make sure oxygen is being able to get to those roots. Like I said, feed them. If matter of fact, before I go to bed, I gotta put some Epsom salt in my house plants. I know they like, girl, and they growing. But if you feed them, they like unstoppable. I have pethos and snake plants all throughout the house. And I'll be bringing in that plant. That's my granny's plant. Probably taking it in and out the house to water it because it's a big pot. I bought these big pots and they're just too big. I didn't think about me having to lift the dang on pots, but that's neither here nor there. So that's what I did with my day. And my grandmother has been on my mind heavy. What I realized about self is that I had become just a 24/8 warrior. And so every time my phone rings and it was from Georgia, my relatives would call, I would assume that it was something about my grandma. And then I would wait for whatever they had to say, and then I'd be relieved. And now I don't have that clouding up my head space. It's been kind of difficult because, like, I spent all that time worrying, and now I don't have to. It's like, what do I do now with that free time or that free head space? So that's what I'm over here dealing with. Trying to stay in communication, close communication with those who have businesses. I'll say that, and just trying to stay in a positive light. My neighbor asked what I have been doing. You know, it's a difference between people that actually care and people just asking me in polite. And usually I walk over to her and we'll have a conversation or whatever. But today, I just didn't feel like it. I feel like um not long I'm no longer doing it with nobody. If you're not a positive force in my life, I'm not giving you one moment of my time. And that's real. And it's not out of anger. It's just I don't have any more time to waste. I've spent the last 5 years worrying about my grandmother who lived a full life. And she wouldn't have wanted that for me to be sitting out of town worrying about her. So now I have ample opportunities to communicate with her. And then in a dream, I'm just standing there gazing at her like, can't believe you're here. I was so excited that she was in my dream. I forgot to ask questions. Who does that? So my mentor said, when you see somebody in your dream, in a dream, and they're peaceful and beautiful, you know that they're fine. So that was confirmation for me, and it felt good to know. And then my mom called and said she's been dreaming like crazy about my grandma. And I'm glad. I'm glad because it gives her a certain peace as well. So I'm just thankful that she showed up in my dream. Other than that, working on some stuff as always behind the scenes, trying to connect and make certain partnerships. The thing about it is, I just don't feel like it. And that's the thing about being a business owner. Nobody's gonna make you do it. Nobody's gonna make you handle your business. Create, spend time on your craft. So now I have to get something going that's gonna put me in an uncomfortable situation that forces me to bloom in my own business. And that's what's going on. I'm trying to secure a contract with a business, and I'll be working that contract, and in turn, they'll be compensating me for my time, and then I'm able to use that or to allocate whatever is made from that in other places. So I'm not excited about it. I was before I left, but it's like the more you think about it, who wants to keep working in a matrix? That's what I was telling people. Just don't ask me what's on my mind because it's like everybody is fighting for the American dream, and it's all a farce. So these are things that I knew I would have. I knew I'd be married. I knew I would have children. I knew. I wrote all this down young. Knew I'd have a husband. It was no doubt. I knew. And then when you get the thing, it's like, is it what you thought it was? And how important is it to maintain it? And is it you? And now I know none of this is me. I just want to be free. I don't want to be here. And I mean, here in this country, I don't want to be, um, and I say this country because of all the propaganda. I'm so tired of the news stories and this, that, and to just think that these people are hiring crisis actors to harvest your energy. They want to keep you in a low frequency all the time. It's like story after story. I'm just over it. If I had the means and the funds, I would leave. I would leave and never look back. And that's just me. A lot of people like being in the matrix. I just don't. I don't. Um, and a lot of people pride themselves on their achievements and things. It's never been me. I will start over fresh in a heartbeat. All of the potions and tonics and essential, all that stuff can go, and I'll get it back in another way. And that's what my mentor was talking about tonight for me, giving me a little homework on really articulating what it is that I want to do next. If I really want this business, is it going to continue to be handmade goods? Do I want to blow it up and delegate things for other people to do while I do something else? Or do I just want to put it to bed? And they were good questions. Like, I honestly, I'm so sorry, y'all. It's 10 o'clock. I just need to lay on down. Clearly, I'm sleepy. But when I look around, I want to make a difference. And it just does not seem like my products make a difference. Now, don't get me wrong. I get nothing but good reviews. I've had maybe one bad review by a relative, and I say that by a relative, it had to be somebody from kin, out of all the years I've been making body butter. So I just wanted to be enjoyed by those who really appreciate their skin, those who know how important their skin is, and then take it from there. That's not who I have as customers. And it doesn't take away from my customers, don't get me wrong. Um, Me probably not having repeat sales is because I don't know how to work MailChimp. I can't blame it on nobody but me. I've signed up for a couple of MailChimp classes and tend to forget that I scheduled these classes. And we have these $1,000 devices, and I don't even remember to put it on the calendar so I can have an alarm for it. So I'm gonna work on it, get more organized. I have no choice. Homeschool. Let's talk about it. Um, this right now has my attention. It has my heart. I love it. It does entail patience. You have to be patient, but I like the reward of it. Um, Now we in what, week 3, week 4. Um, oh, it's like week 6. I'm tripping. I have no sense of time, never had. So where we are now is me learning to prepare for the day. So if I finish my hair, let's say that what I said I want to start doing, like this week, I wrote on the board what subjects going to be taught on what days, and then I'm going to double back and go ahead and get everything out that's going to be taught the following day. So when we get in there, it's all laid out. It's organized. It's not, hold on, let me get this, let me pull from this workbook. Blah, blah. It's all organization. And I'm loving it. If your child has never experienced public school, they're not going to miss out on anything. They don't know that. It's a thrill for me. People be asking what school he go to. He's excited. I go to Tree Tribe Private School. And my school is better than yours. That's what you telling people. So I'm loving it. Everybody said it'd be hard. It's just like anything else. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. I feel more comfortable knowing that he'll know himself before he's taught all these other random things. So that's how homeschool's going. I've been trying to get back into reading. I have a book that somebody gave to me maybe 2-3 years ago. 5 years ago, let's say 5. And it is The Sacred Woman. So I picked this back up. It's so big, child. I'm not into big books. Like, people be giving me, I be wanting to say, you ain't really got to give me a book because chance of me finishing it, slim to none. I've never been a book person. I listen to a book before I just finish it. But I feel like it's important at this point in my journey to read this book. So I'm reading this and another book that I'm waiting on to arrive in the mail. I will be reading that, which is about my journey being a shaman. So I think it's time for me to walk into my purpose, which is healing. And I'm going to walk into it with more so my voice than things, because I want to attract the audience that is going to research what I'm saying and heal themselves. Now, will I later have herbs and tonics and stuff available? Maybe. But I don't want my customers to be the consumer, so to speak. I want them to be proactive about their health. So that's what I'm gutting for. That's something I do know, because you have to know your customer base and who it is that you want to attract to yourself. And it's been a road. I've been in business now about 4 or 5 years. Um, 4 years, and you just never know who you're selling to, and then the mindset of that consumer. So, and you don't want everybody. You don't. You don't want everybody. And honestly, you don't always want family and friends. It's cool if they hurry up and buy and go, but the headaches ain't nothing you want to draw to yourself. So you gotta know who you want to attract to yourself as a customer. And you see how the book just fell all over the floor. This book, I'm telling you, I've been had it for years. I just can't get into it. Knowing that the Egypt, all this religion, I just can't. I'm far removed from it. Like I wasn't even buying it while I was in it because I still was doing my thug business in the streets. So to even be reading something from a religious point of view is like a struggle for me. So I'm gonna try again, but the book that I know I'll be reading is the Shaman book. I'll be sharing that with you all soon. But what I want to do right now is give y'all a couple of herbs that you could use for your own life. And we're not gonna say magic, we're just gonna say spiritual work. So let me see. Oh, and see, I did not know. I went in the store. Let me share a story with y'all. I always go and get my flowers on Friday. So I go in the store. I only had $10 cash due to me making a couple of executive decisions in my life. So I had $10 cash, and I didn't want to spend all my $10 on flowers. I didn't, but I was like, "This is my ritual. This is what I'm doing." So I go down to buy the flowers, and boom, flowers on sale for $3. So I end up with beautiful flowers for less than I usually pay, which is good. But I did not know I was picking up an iris. I did. And it's a feminine flower. You can tell it's beautiful. The planet for this flower is Venus, and the element for this flower is water. The deities associated with the iris are Juno and Iris. Who knew that flowers have deities? I didn't. So the magical uses or the powers for this flower is purification and wisdom. What I was asking of my grandmother was for her to transfer her wisdom unto me. Weird. When I just picked up these flowers. The magical uses, the iris is one of the loveliest of flowers, has been used for purification since Roman time. The fresh flowers are placed in the area to be cleansed. Just so happened the irises was for my mantle in the center of my house. So who knew? I was cleaning up, got everything clean. That's what I picked up. I always listen to your inner self. So the 3 points of its flower symbolize faith, wisdom, and valor, and so can be used to induce these qualities. What are the odds? I'm asking my grandmama for wisdom and guidance. That's what I said. And I went in the store and picked up irises that I did not go for. That's not what I went for. I didn't see the irises until I got to the register. Okay. And they were in my budget. So that's one plant. I'm gonna also tell y'all about the Irish moss. A lot of people are telling you to drink it. And that's fine. But I want you to know what it's for. Um the folk names for it would be carrageen and pearl moss. It's a feminine plant. The planet is the moon. The element is still water. The powers for Irish moss are money, luck, and protection. Magical uses for Irish moss Is carried or placed beneath rugs to increase luck and to ensure a steady flow of money into the house or pockets of the person. Irish moss is also carried while on trips for protection and safety and is used to stuff luck or money pockets. I'm going to start sharing these things. These are the things that I'm into. It even has stuff on grass. The grass that you walk on and don't pay attention to. Yeah. It's good for psychic powers and protection. Grapes. It's every kind of growth in this book is used for something spiritual as well. So I'm gonna share with y'all grass. Give y'all a little more. This is gonna be it out of this book now. Now the grass powers are psychic powers and protection. The magical uses, you want to suspend a ball of green grass in the front window of the home to drive out evil and to protect it. Tie knots in the grass around the home for the same purpose. Blades of grass are carried and they help to facilitate psychic powers. You can use green grass to mark a wish on a stone or simply rub the grass against it to make a greenish spot. Visualize your need and then bury the stone or throw it into running water. Boom. Don't say I haven't given you anything. And again, I came on this channel, which I should have did that part on Katie's Alchemy, but it's okay. It's all right. This book and the information in it will be shared. Some more of this information will be on Katie's Alchemy. I just don't want to abandon my channel. Y'all have been here for me from day one. I appreciate you. So I always got to come back and show y'all some type of love. Appreciate you for all your support. Really want you to make sure that you are staying in tune this month. People, be watchful of your children. October is also the month where most children go missing in the United States. And that's if you're vibrating on that level. I don't vibrate on that level, but I'm never not watching mine, So just be watchful. Use this month to communicate with your loved ones that have passed through. How can you do that, you ask? Get your white candle. You can get 7-day candle or you can get the tea tree candle. Get your toothpick, carve your loved one's name into it, anoint it with a little olive oil, light it, and ask your question. Don't blow it out. Let it burn until it burns out. And your loved one will come to you. Ask me how I know, and you want to be specific how you want your loved one to come. I'm always specific. I ask for my people or any kind of entities or spirits to come to me in a dream. Anything other than that, I don't want to be scared, okay? So I ask for them to come to me in a dream. But just be specific. Be aware that this is a good month for that. And I think that's it, y'all. All the current events, they really don't matter. All that matters is that you are the creator of your world. And how do I know? My mentor has to remind me of this often. No, she is tired of saying it, but sometimes we have to be reminded. And just the energy from that conversation, I got to really snap out of it. It's like, snap out of it. If my mentor can be a business owner, student, a therapist, she's even a therapist for me. If she can be all these things at once and has her own family and husband, all this, I need to be following suit, I can't be just slacking. I can't be the weakest link, so to speak. So I'm always inspired after we speak, and not just her, all of you who I speak to on the phone. Shout out to Miss Joyce. Like I said, you've been my spiritual mentor since we started studying the language. You always drop in wisdom. Miss Joy said she was looking for a mentor. I told her, you are the mentor. Where you going? You're the mentor. So shout out to you and shout out to my mentees. This is not a language that I speak, but I do talk to people that are younger than myself, and I do try to set an example and give good advice. Ain't nothing like good sound advice. It's very rare in this world we live in. So shout out to everybody. Shout out to my new subscribers. Welcome. If this is your first video, please go over to Katie's Alchemy. I'm going to link it in the comment section. Go over to Katie's Alchemy and subscribe. And I'm just going to start sharing these books with y'all. This is all I can do right now. And it will be on Katie's Alchemy. I got all these books. I'm going to help facilitate you into being an entrepreneur, I guess. I got books on how to make incense and oils and brews. I'm just going to share them with y'all. At least that'll help me get my money out of them. Just sharing them, you know. So stay tuned. And after this book come in the mail, I'm not buying no more books. I got enough unread books already laying around here. I don't even think I'm gonna show nobody when it comes because they just be unread like a mug. So peace and power. I hope everybody's well. Like I said, I gotta go because I gotta finish touching up. This is the only section that's left. And then I like to wash my hair after I touch it up. Or which I would say shampoo. I'm gonna shampoo it and get ready for my full moon bath. I'm releasing a whole bunch, and I'm definitely needing to soak these locks in some. I got my dried flowers waiting for my full moon bath. Got my herbs. I'm ready. I'm getting ready for the full moon. Full moon is about releasing. So those things you're trying to release, you want to do that around full moon. The new moon is what you do your intentions on. You want to write those things down. Magic is not about the tools, the things you use for as candles, incense. Those are just instruments to assist your effort. But the intention is here and here. Heart. So your heart is for it, you can manifest it. Use this information wisely and share. Share. And I'm gonna think about getting in some makeup and putting up y'all. I got a whole full studio for y'all. I'm gonna think about getting into some makeup and setting up my little light so I can get y'all some professional videos. These YouTube streets is competitive, child. Y'all want a whole scene set up. I ain't got it in me. But I am going to stop doing my makeup a little more often because I need to start showing up for myself. And while I got it on my face, come here before you all. And before we go, we're going to pull some cards. Just to see what the energy here like. And I said all this, we don't warm up the energy. So why not pull out the cards? But yeah, make sure y'all utilize this new full moon that's coming up. Well, not a new moon, it's a new full moon. End of the month. And y'all know y'all calendar should be set to the moon. The end of the month is when that moon comes. The new moon is the beginning of the new month. Don't let the calendar and these Gregorian dates throw you off your game. These celebrities stuff, they have spiritual advisors. So they know when to move on certain projects. Y'all better get into it. These people have been using your spirituality, your ways for so long for their own personal gain, and the time was up last month. It ain't even gonna be effective for them no more. So you better pick up your culture. Okay. So I'm gonna pull these cards. And this is my personal deck. I'm gonna see what come out. Sharing it with y'all right here, right now, in real time. I always post it on Instagram only. Okay, so the card that's coming up first. Ooh, this card better get out my business. When you pull, the first card that came up is the Hermit. This is what I have been doing. Minding my business, not taking everybody call. None of that. The Hermit. The Hermit goes inward, heals, and um analyzes things. So the Hermit can know how to move forward. So that's relevant. The next thing is the Empress. My favorite number, which is 3. One of my favorite numbers, the Empress. And then the card that pulled last, Death. Death is the end of one cycle, the beginning of something new. The Empress is wise in all her dealings. And new projects are on the way. The card is verified. You see with your own eyes. The Hermit, the Empress, and Death. End of one thing, beginning of another. Some things y'all gotta let die out. Y'all be trying to hold on to stuff for dear life. Some stuff been dead in your life, and you just continue to hold on. Let it go. The new stuff can't even come in because you got a bunch of dead stuff laying around. It's gnats, flies, maggots gathering, and you're still holding on. Let that go. So yeah. And anytime you have cards or spiritual tools, when you pull them, it could be for somebody else, and it also could be for self. So like I say, I ain't ask no questions. I never ask my cards questions. I just trust them. The Hermit, this is exactly. Sometimes you gotta go within so that you can regroup and resurface with a bang. And I was looking. First of all, why my charger ain't right here? Looking for my phone to look up the Empress, and then I'm gonna have to go. I don't want to be cheeky and just like, y'all look it up yourself. So I decided to pull the cards. I'm gonna look it up. I got 6%. Let me hurry up. Okay. The Hermit Tarot card. The Hermit Tarot card meanings and description. The staff carried by the Hermit is the Patriarch's staff, a symbol of the narrow path of initiation and an emblem of power and authority. It represents the Hermit's ability to use isolation and knowledge he has. Hold on. To use the information and knowledge he has. What is they always giving you ads? Like don't give me another ad. Got it. The Hermit stands alone on the top of the mountain. The snow-capped range symbolizes his spiritual mastery, growth, and accomplishment. He has chosen this path of self-discovery and as a result has reached a heightened state of awareness. In his right hand, he holds a lantern with a six-pointed star inside. It is the seal of Solomon, a symbol of wisdom. As the hermit walks his path, the lamp lights the way, but it only illuminates his next few steps rather than the full journey. He must step forward to see where to go next, knowing that not everything will be revealed at once. In his left hand, the side of the subconscious mind, the hermit holds a long staff, a sign of power and authority, which he uses to guide him and balance him. Okay, so that's the hermit. Let me look up the Empress. Let me just go look it up. The Empress Tarot card. The Empress is the archetypical Earth Mother, the Anima, the feminine principle, Demeter, Freya, and the goddess of fertility, ruled by Venus, the planet of love, creativity, fertility, art, harmony, luxury, beauty, and grace. So, let me see. Past, present, and future. So, 3 card pools are usually past, present, and future. So, wow. Okay. Um, so let me look up the death card so I can give y'all a wide range of what it means in general. What it means for me is like totally different, but it's okay. My first tarot card is actually the Miss Cleo deck. Call me now. That deck still be hitting. You know why? Because it's Miss Cleo. It's made by somebody that looks like you. Now the Death Tarot card, whose number is 13, my other favorite number. The Death Tarot card is number 13 in the tarot. This card is one of the major arcana cards. The Death Tarot card usually indicates a powerful transformation in life, as it shows a time of absolute endings and absolute beginnings. Didn't I just say that? The end of some things, which equals the beginning of something. Whatever it is that y'all holding on to out there, that you're holding on to for dear life, let it go. Free up some room for some new energy to come into your world. And that's it, y'all. Ending this with a tarot reading. My mentor said sometimes you should share your tarot cards. And I share them on Instagram, and now I'm here with them. And y'all, the religious crew, no shade, no tea, but miss me with the BS in my comments, okay? I will erase them. So I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. I'm gonna take a little snapshot of my little pool and look a little more deep into these cards. And then I gotta finish my hair. Cause if not, I'm gonna be doing my hair for 2 more weeks. I started on my hair and I did everybody in the house hair and still ain't finished with my own. So that's where I'm at with it. It gotta be done tonight. So peace and power, y'all. Oh, and let me give y'all a round of applause for my subscribers. Thank you for coming here and choosing my channel to subscribe to. And nothing but love to my YouTube family. Peace and power to everybody. And I'm out of here.